All right, we are back. We've got our racers out on the course, and we're starting our round 6 of the event. We are on day 6 in beautiful St. Peter-Ording, Germany. You can see our competitors out there from round 1, or heat 1 rather, on the water. We've got Lake, Castell, Biniash, Roga, and Tiekman.
Yeah, I believe. All right, here comes the start.
And that is the start. All right, that is the start. Heat is on.
So the wind is picking up. Looks like we're about 12 knots now. Guys are staying on their big kites, but they're really powered. I was talking to a few racers on the beach, and they're saying they're still on the big kites, but really maxed out, just on the edge of control.
Good. That's what we like to see. I bet we should see some jockeying here in these rounds, as you do have some riders who are a little bit better off the wind than others.
Yeah, we're still waiting for Brian to make his move. I'm kind of hoping this strong wind plays in his favor and he starts really challenging Kerner. And we also saw Baumeister challenging Kerner in that last race until that last leg when he ran out a bit of water.
Yeah, I think we're going to see some movement in those top 3 spots as the wind improves. Julian Kerner, strong racer, but I think he definitely is going to have a little bit more competition as the wind's speed increases. So let's see if he can hold on to his first place finishes that he's consecutively reached throughout the day today. He's got two final bullets, first places.
Today, yes.
So that is Gunnar Biniash and Romeo Castell. Romain? What's it?
Romain Castell.
Romain Castell.
And looks like Gunnar is going to try to cut inside. Yep, he got him.
Gunnar taking a nice tight line around that buoy.
Castell's going to accelerate faster. All right, they're both accelerating now. Let's see if they play strategy and one of them lets the other one go by, or they're going to just not want to hang on to that second place.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to give away anything at this stage.
Because fourth Christian's not too far behind, so they can't get too comfortable. Gunnar with a nice start. Castell cut inside.
Castell looks like he might pinch him here. He had a much better kite position. Didn't have to re-engage to get his board speed back up. It looked like Gunnar.
And they're full speed right there.
Still looking for my radio. There it is. We've got our sequence starting for the next heat. But the real competition right now is on the water. Castell and Biniash really tight here in this, rounding that last buoy before the finish line. This could be it. Brian Lake clearly out in front. A nice solid lead. And Biniash has got his work cut out for him if he's going to take Castell. All 3 of them are going to be advancing, however, so Biniash might not be pushing it as hard as he could. You know, as he's got 3rd place sewn up, unless he does something really, really drastic.
Gunnar could try to cut underneath, but Castell's blocking him quite well with his kite, so.
Tactics. All right, so those guys are going to be crossing that finish line right there, finishing second and third respectively. Castell and Beniash. And in fourth, looks like we have Roga. So that's going to do it for that first heat in round 6, with Lake leading, taking first, followed by Castell, and third, Beniash. So you can see our race committee boat out there getting our other riders into sequence for Heat 2. Pretty quick action here, folks, so it's not a lot of time in between these heats, as we are just going to push on into Heat number 2. Do you see a flag out there? Do you know what where we are as far as the sequence?
Looks like the flag is down, and I believe we're under 30 seconds. So we can see everybody approaching the line. Turn up the volume, we can probably get that sequence. No, it looks like they just went.
All right. We've got Gruber, followed by Withington, and in third, Kerner at the moment.
No, Kerner is in the last heat. That's
Oh,
Marcis.
I'm sorry, that's Marcis, yes.
So Adam Whittington's having kind of an off day, so he's really looking for something.
Hopefully he's gotten a bit of confidence now that the wind is increasing.
Ooh, looks like there's some contact there. A little bit of contact, but no harm, no foul.
The rest of the riders rounding the buoy. Adam definitely looking better than he has in the past races, holding on to a decent first place lead. Who do we have? We've got
That's it, coming on the mark. Adam is in first. Next is Marcis. Third is Gruber. And fourth, I believe, is Capel. Ooh, looks like Marcis crashed. So Gruber is in second, and Capel might move on.
Yeah, and Adam Withington has got a monster lead.
Yeah.
If he does not make any serious errors, he should have first place wrapped up. But we've seen him make it to the finals before.
So it looks like we're gonna have a new finalist in this one, because Marcis could still catch up, but Capel is gonna take a bit of a lead. I think that's Christensen. Okay, so Marcis is catching up to one kite. And you can see him on the camera there going around the mark. And he's got to get that fly surfer, which is the third place.
Tight around that buoy right there, second to last buoy.
He's looking fast. I think he's gonna get the fly surfer.
Yeah, he's clearly got more board speed. I think the only time the inflatable or the ram air kites might have an advantage is in very extremely light winds.
Or in Bonninger's winning races.
Yeah, well, I think she's got the skills as well to compensate for that. So we have seen some of the soft kites, the ram airs in earlier years here do quite well in course racing in light winds. However, off the wind, I think it's another game.
Okay, so we've got Adam in first, Florian in second, And looks like Marcis is in third.
All right. Well, that's going to make Adam a little bit more happier. I know he wasn't really too stoked on his performance yesterday, and I'm sure that's going to give him a bit of confidence going in to the finals as we are seeing the remainder of our fleet cross the finish line. But we did catch up with Adam a couple days ago and just had to sit down and chatted with him. We rolled it before, but let's hear again from the man from Mexico, now living in Maui, Adam Withington.
So my name's Adam Withington. I'm from La Ventana in Mexico, but I live in Maui right now. Yeah, we're here in St. Peter-Ording for the second tour stop in slalom. I'm pretty stoked on the slalom thing. It's very fun because it's very high-speed racing. You know, you're not allowed to. You can't really afford any mistakes because if you do one mistake, you're basically out of the game. And yeah, it's been fun doing all this slalom right now. It's at the leading edge of it. I am currently, like I said, living in Maui, training with Alex Guerra, with Paulo Rista, so I feel pretty equipped with what I got in terms of equipment, and my skill level I think is pretty good now. So yeah, super fun, the slalom thing. And
all right, sorry to cut you off there, Adam, but just managed to get that second. This is our second heat of the round.
Third heat.
Third heat already, okay, of the round, so I didn't want to miss that. We just had the start, and no surprise, we've got Oswald Smith out in third, Mr. Kerner in second, and in the lead, Mr. Baumeister. So we saw a pretty good battle between these two right there. They were right on top of each other at that mark. Yeah. Julian Kerner and Baumeister right there both. Looks like Julian just taking a power move right there. Down below, Baumeister, ooh, kites are very close. And Baumeister inching out a little bit of a lead, maintaining his first place positioning. As Julian falling back. I think Baumeister's 19 is really working for him on that downwind reach. It's every race on that exact same tack right there, that reach. He's managed to put a pretty big gap, but you've seen Julian Kerner take him.
Kerner, I was talking to Kerner, he's using a bit of strategy also. He doesn't need to go full out every race.
Yeah.
So he's trying to get fresh to the final, which counts. So he's getting his results. He's not pushing too hard every race, getting the results that he needs and saving it for the final.
Well, that's pretty good strategy.
Yeah.
As all these guys right now pretty comfortable in their positioning. First, Baumeister, second, Kerner, third, Oswald Smith.
They seem fast on going around.
Yeah, these guys definitely seem to be making it through the course quite quickly, as I'm sure somewhat due to the wind increasing. It looks quite solid. These are great racing conditions. I think everyone out there is going to be pretty happy with the conditions today. Sometimes when it's just on the edge, you've got the lighter guys with a bit of an advantage and the heavier guys not as stoked. We have here rounding that mark. Got some kites stalling.
Yeah, Rizig and Brahm.
It's not what you want to do. You don't really want to have to bring that kite up and re-engage it. If you see the kite doing that, usually it means that they've lost all their board speed. And it's a fine line of maintaining board speed and keeping your kite powered. It's not as easy as it might sound when you're flying these big kites in these downwind race courses.
Looks like Baumeister is maintaining his lead, and I'm sure he's going to stay pretty far off the beach on this one.
So I'm sure there's some people at home who are just joining us and probably don't know the whole format. So let's just go over that real quickly. So this is our qualifying rounds, if you will. These are heats Top 3 from these heat advance. There's no points given based on their finishing 1, 2, or 3. If they're in the top 3, they make it into the final. And that's really what it comes down to. So as Antoine mentioned, if you're in third, it doesn't matter if you're in first or second. These top 3 spots are going into the final. The final's what counts. So that's what we're seeing here. Those guys in first, second, and third, maybe not pushing as hard as they need to, knowing that they're on their way to the final where they're going to save a little bit of energy to really push it, as that's the race that's going to count. So we've got those guys wrapping up that heat. What was our first, second, and third in that last heat?
It was Baumeister in first, Kerner in second, and Oswald Smith in third.
So we've got our women's heat in sequence, I believe.
Yep, they're lined up outside.
Not much time do we have for them. Yellow flag going down.
The yellow flag is down, so we're under 30 seconds.
Just coming in.
The race director is really starting those races one after the other, so the action is just non-stop.
That's right, those ladies are out there. We'll do a little quick studio shot. Say hello to you guys. Thanks for joining us. It's another wonderful, beautiful day here in Germany, and it's pretty hot in this box here right now. But I'm enjoying it. Look at this guy. He's like all shiny, sweating. He's got the drips on his brow like a little French kid. But we've got action on the water, which is the primary focus as we are in day 6, round 6 of our slalom competition. And our ladies right here just crossing the start line as we speak. And there's no surprise, we've got Boninger out in front, followed by Tatiana. And the real battle looks right now, 3rd and 4th with Lutz versus Bozy. Lutz on that green north kite, Bozy on that orange and blue best kite. And these guys have got the pedal to the metal. Let's see if we get some mix-up here happening as we make it into that first mark of the race.
Yep, Boninger's going around. Tatiana is going around. Nobody's crashing.
Yeah, again, I think Boninger is going to hold and maintain her clear lead, and it looks like third.
Bit of a traffic jam there.
Second, third, and fourth could be where the action is in this heat.
And looks like Sabrina Lutz is still in third. Tatiana in second. And Boza in third, but it's really up for grabs. Heavy breathing due to the sweating.
The heavy breathing is due to the intense heat here in the studio.
I'm like a dog sitting in the sun.
Just panting, tongue dripping, but I'm doing all right. I'm feeling quite fresh and just enjoying this action out on the water.
Looks
ladies
like we got
action.
some passing at the mark there.
I know Bozy's hungry for that third place spot. She's been kind of shafted the past few races, just falling into fourth. But look at her really leaning out. Actually, is that Sabrina with her arm out? I think that's Sabrina with her arm.
That's Sabrina, yep.
And that is Bozy right there, locked. And you can see the difference in the water coming off their board. Sabrina's on a twin tip. She's out in the behind, and that's Kristen Bozy on a directional in front. Give you a little bit an idea of the boards they're riding, and that's Bozy rounding first. Lutz really has a chance here, and Bozy fumbles right there for just a quick second, but it could be enough.
She recovered quite fast.
She recovered quite fast, yeah.
This is going to be a battle all the way to the end.
I love it when it's down to this, especially for third and fourth, because that's where it really matters. The battle for first and second. Yeah, it's a great race, but right now these ladies are fighting for the glory and fighting for the podium, basically. Every women's heat is a final. can see that tide's just been dropping throughout the afternoon. Same with the sun. It's getting a little bit backlit as we get into these afternoon hours. 3:42 here local time in St. Peter-Ording. You've got action from the women's slalom fleet on the water right now. This is race round 6. And this is our 3rd women's final for the day.
And the men are already all set up on the outside, so they're going to go into sequence pretty soon. They're still turning around the start boat. Yeah, we've got Tatiana there. Looks like Bozy may have crashed at the mark.
Don't see Bozy. Oh, there she is back there, still battling Lutz for 3rd and 4th.
Yeah, it looks like Lutz moved in front.
Will Bozy be able to make it up? It looks like Lutz is really having to edge just to stay.
All right, Bonniger is in front.
Crossing. And here the battle, 3rd and 4th.
Tatiana's coming in 2nd. No big surprise there, but the battle is in the back. And Sabrina, she doesn't have to worry about water depth. She can go just pretty much wherever she wants. Is she going to run out of water?
That's what I was wondering.
Actually, there's a battle in the back for 4th now.
Oh, and Lutz. Whoa! Oh, she's going to be capsized. She has to go run. She did run out of beach. Did she cross? I don't know if she crossed. I'm not sure if you
I don't think so.
I'm not sure if you caught that, folks, but I think Sabrina Lutz ran out of water, and the rule is you must not be capsized, meaning you must be in a riding position on your board when you cross the finish line. So let's see if Antoine can get hold of our race committee boat and get the results. Wow, that was pretty impressive. Oh, so we have it right there. Lutz did not finish. That means it's going to be a very happy Christina Bozy, who by default is going to be taking that coveted 3rd place spot. And unfortunately for Miss Lutz, she did run out of water, which Antoine said she didn't have to worry about, but she did. And she did not ride across the finish line. That means she is not going to finish. So unfortunate for her, but fortunately for Bozy, she's going to be on the podium for that round. So we've got 1st place was Bonniger. 2nd place was who? Was Tatiana, and 3rd was Bozy. So congratulations to those ladies, but straight into it. This is the moment we've been waiting for. This is the men's final. You can see those guys packing up there, getting ready. And let's hear it. Looks like they are firing off towards the start line. Flag is down. And there is the start. All right. Quite a solid pack right now, which is no surprise as we've got all of our top 3 from our previous 3 men's heats. Not a whole lot of... Brian's got a nice lead. See if he can maintain that around the buoy. It's going to be a little bit of traffic coming in for the rest of that pack after Brian rounds. Definitely going to need to... could be some bumping going on, as there always is. Ooh, someone went down. This is where there's no holds bar, and someone is down. Who was it? Oh, and kites are down, and riders are down. Kites are up. So no one lost completely the kite. And Bonniger, or Baumeister rather, is looks to be safely in 3rd. Got away from that unscathed as Julian Kerner managed to move out in front of Brian Lake.
We did have a tangle in the back between Castell and Gunnar.
Castell and Gunnar, both of those guys down. Looks like Castell's kite is in the water. Those guys are going to be probably wrapping it up.
Somebody's probably going to get a redress and somebody's going to get a
I'm sorry. Say that again. We had you turned down there, buddy. That was Antoine Javert talking in the background to himself. His mic was off. And
So we had a tangle with Roman Castell and Gunnar Vignash. One of those two is going to be canceled, is going to be disqualified, and one is probably going to get a redress. So Kerner's jibing has been just right on the past few races.
he's quick to get in the straps and quick to get out. You see some of these guys with these big boards, they've got both feet in the front foot straps, and they just stay in that position for like an eternity, it seems like. So not really what you want to do. You want to be just in and out and making that transition and just firing as quickly as you can back out on the opposite reach.
And looks like the Adam is in third, Florian in fourth, Marcis in fifth, Baumeister in sixth.
Wow, Baumeister really fell back.
Yep, he must have had a crash that we missed. And Oswald Smith in seventh.
Whoa. Yeah, those guys,
So-
something definitely happened that we weren't.
We're going to have a new third place finisher again.
All right.
A
Well,
new one every race.
that's what we like to see. Brian Lake versus Julian Kerner. This is not unlike Talladega Nights. I'm going to get you, Ricky Bobby.
Another Will Ferrell reference.
There's a little shake and bake going on right
Oh,
now.
look at this.
Brian Lake.
Oh,
Oh my God, just taking Kerner right there, right before the finish line, and Kerner couldn't keep up with the speed of Mr. Brian Lake. It looked like Lake just got slingshotted right past him. Brian Lake taking it there right
and look at
the
this
mark.
finish with Gruber and Adam.
Gruber and Withington with Gruber. Boom, I'm not sure.
I think Whittington has got it.
Withington, oh, just by a nose.
And Marcy's crashed in the back, so Baumeister's going to make it.
Baumeister.
In fifth, Oswald sixth, Marcy's in seventh.
Wow, pretty impressive race right there. Just an impressive pass maneuver by Brian Lake right there within, 30 meters of the finish line, taking the lead from Julian Kerner right before the line. And then for third and fourth, it was Adam Withington by a nose, probably half a board length or less, just edging out against, who was he racing against? He was Florian Gruber.
Florian Gruber.
So impressive finishes from all those top four guys. Really impressive racing from our fleet, the men today. So that should do it for our round 3 of the day.
Yep, I
is
think I
round
haven't heard
6.
yet if we're going to do one more for today, but it's possible. We're allowed to do 4 rounds per day. Just afterwards, the riders are just exhausted and the
I'm
racing
sure.
goes down.
I'm sure, but now we've got winds increasing. I'm hoping that we actually get another round under our belt. But winning that race was Brian Lake from the USA, and we talked to him a couple days ago. And let's just get a little insight from Mr. Brian Lake about slalom and his transition from course boarding over to the slalom course. Check it out.
This year on the PKRA, we're doing slalom racing, and last year we were doing course racing. So this year with slalom racing, it's a little bit more high speed, kind of cutthroat surf style contest form. You race a bunch of guys in a heat, and you either make it to the next round or not. And it's high speed reaching, and it's pretty fun. The races are quick, like 3 minutes long, and I really enjoy that. And versus last year, we were doing course racing where you go upwind and downwind, and you'd have everybody race together, and that's fun too. So either way, it's a good race, and I'm happy to be here.
No sign.
Just one more.
Hits its brakes and pops the trunk, says this you got to see. I got chains and diamond rings, 8 tracks and LPs. Do you like my merchandise? Says still that ain't for me. Just give me the beat. That's all I need. Just give me the beat.
A choice of one easy woman at a time. I'll take 3 the hard way. Trying to be as abstract as possible and vulgar, the more shocking, the more profitable. A baby fed molten gold is set upon a pedestal at the moke and called 24 karat soul. How else to describe this? With insightful remarks such as the best thing I've ever heard was silence. Something more technically impressive in a faux Spanish romantic with hues of a Marxist dialectic. Pleasing to the critics but pointless to the common passerby. Might as well not even exist, not even a bit. In the event of my demise, give everything I prize to the poor, and to the oppressors, I'll leave a war, and so on and so forth.
All right, so we have the word from our race director, Olafo Van Tol, who said that we are going to take a 30-minute break and then come back and do our last round of slalom for the day. So our freestylers are still not released. Who knows what the wind is going to do? They're going to have another announcement here in about 10 minutes. I wouldn't be surprised if we release them, but it's still anyone's game. It's still pretty early, 4 o'clock here local time in Germany. If you're just joining us, we've been going through 3 rounds of slalom throughout the day today. We just finished round 3, and we're going on to start round 4 here in about a half hour. So I'm going to break the stream, which is kind of what we do so that we can catalog these a little bit easier on our YouTube page, so that you guys can come back and check it out after the fact. So that being said, I'm going to say goodbye, au revoir, until about 20-25 minutes when we will come back online for the live broadcast of round 4 from St. Peter-Ording, Germany. So thanks everyone for being with us. Do stick around, come back and check out the racing action as it's going to continue here live from the Beetle Kitesurf World Cup. Dave Taberski, see you guys in a little bit. Cheers.
Just one more.
Hits its brakes and pops the trunk, says this you got to see. I got chains and diamond rings, 8 tracks and LPs. Do you like my merchandise? Says still that ain't for me. Just give me the beat. That's all I need. Just give me the beat.
It's still a secret even when you tell them dumb dummies. Hush money, rent receipt, and drug money. They cold blooded warm.